Ayes. Judge Von B. Court is now in session. Judge, this is the case of the Griffiths.
Thank you.
Yes.
You all may be seated. Mr. Griffith, you brought this case before the court.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, what's going on?
Well, I'm raising 2 grandkids. I'm the legal guardian of those 2 grandkids. They were sired by my son here.
Oh, this is your son?
Dude, man.
That's my son.
Okay.
Sometimes embarrassed to admit it, but anyway. And so I'm here today to try to get him to start contributing to the raising of these children. Now, I'm a personal banker. I've made decent money over the years.
Okay.
I'm hitting retirement age, and I just think it's time for him to start.
The video opens in the courtroom, where Judge Von D presides over a compelling case Griffith v. Griffith. Seated before the judge is Mr. Griffith, a dedicated grandfather and the legal guardian of his 2 grandchildren. His reason for being there, he's seeking child support from his own son, the children's biological father. With a firm yet heartfelt tone, Mr. Griffith explains that he's been raising the kids on his own. Their mother is no longer in the picture, and his son has provided no financial assistance. As the judge listens intently, the courtroom braces for a case that underscores the weight of parental responsibility and the necessity of financial support.
I agree. I agree with that. Are these children involved in any type of extracurricular activities or anything?
Oh yeah, they're getting up to the age where sports are there. I'm having to run across town to soccer and then...
I'm there too, man.
Obviously not, and I'm not talking to you, so I need you to wait your turn.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Yes, ma'am.
I hate to admit it, but I've told him since he's a kid he's worthless, and I think it's bearing out. But,
Well, sir, that's not very nice, and we're not here to talk about your son in that way. We're here to get some support, financial support for your grandkids, okay?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Yeah, you're right.
Okay. So, kids involved in extracurricular activity, your son, their dad is not helping. Has he given you any money at all for the kids?
He has given me no money at all, and he's not taking responsibility. He comes by and sees the kids occasionally, but he has not been much of a father to them at all.
Okay. Where is the mother?
Well, she couldn't take much, I guess, of him anymore, so she left.
I kicked her out.
You what?
I kicked her out.
Excuse me.
I bet.
Yes, ma'am.
In just a moment, you can have your time.
Yes,
just a moment. So she's not in the picture.
Griffith takes the stand, his voice steady as he lays out the reality of his situation. For years, he has been the sole provider for his 2 grandchildren, now 13 and 15. He stresses that their father, his own son, has neither contributed financially nor played any real role in their upbringing. Adding to the challenge, the children are active in extracurricular activities, increasing the financial strain. Frustration is clear in his words as he expresses his deep disappointment in his son's lack of responsibility. With hope in his eyes, he turns to the court, urging them to step in and enforce support. Judge Von D nods, recognizing the grandfather's unwavering dedication before shifting attention to hear the father's side of the story.
Not anymore. We haven't heard from her in quite some time.
Okay.
I think the kids still remember her and they miss her, but, you know.
How old are the kids?
Huh?
How old are the kids?
13 and 15.
13 and 15. Okay. Now, is there anything else you would like for me to know before I move to him?
Well, he goes a long time without working, and now he finally has a part-time job, I think, now, and probably couldn't afford much, but more than the money, I think it's time that he starts showing some manly responsibility. He's never done it before.
And I definitely agree. I definitely agree. Sir, now it's your turn.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you have to say about what your father said in terms of not giving any financial support for the support of your children?
It's hard. I just got a job.
Okay.
I can
How much are
start
you working?
Part-time, like
Part-time?
20, 30 hours a week up at the shoe place.
Still a loser.
Okay, sir, that's not very
It can
nice.
turn into
We're not going to
something.
do any type of name calling in this courtroom, okay?
Yes,
You guys are not going to do that to each other. You can save that at home when you all are, you know, just between the 2 of you, but not here, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So you say you work about 20, 30 hours a week.
Yes, ma'am.
How much money do you make?
$15 an hour, so Oh, a couple of thousand a month, I think.
Okay.
Soon, it's his turn to speak. Mr. Griffith Jr. insists he simply can't afford child support. He explains that he only works part-time, earning $15 an hour, making payments unrealistic. But just as he tries to paint himself as struggling, his father drops a shocking revelation. Griffith Jr. recently received a $120,000 lawsuit settlement. The courtroom tenses as the judge, clearly unimpressed, questions why this major financial detail was never mentioned. Caught off guard, the son scrambles to explain, claiming most of the money went toward braces and other expenses. But the judge isn't buying it. With this new information, the tone of the case shifts dramatically, and the judge prepares to recalculate child support this time, factoring in a hefty settlement.
I think there's something, if I may, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
I think there's something that, in case he doesn't volunteer it, he has just recently got a settlement
Oh.
through a lawsuit.
Oh.
And that's the main reason, at $15 an hour, I wouldn't have brought him to court.
Oh.
Because it wouldn't have been worth the...
Now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. I could definitely see why he did not want to bring you to court for $15 an hour. So he's not very truthful, obviously, because he's looking at me with his mouth open like he is so
He's
confused.
just mad because it's my car.
Well, you know
Just
what,
admit it.
sir, I'm upset at the fact that when I ask you why you were not providing any financial support, you try to give me this sob story about $15 an hour, and you have a settlement. Let me ask your dad, because I don't think I'm gonna get too much honesty out of you. How much is this settlement?
Well, my understanding is that his portion of it, I guess after legal fees and all, was about $100,000.
$100,000?
Oh man, come on.
You think it's funny? You think this is funny? You think it's a
I
game?
think it's funny.
You think it's funny?
Yes.
Why? Because you got more than
Because-
that? You want to tell me you got more than that?
No.
So why is that funny? You're
Because I
not.
don't have $100,000.
So you didn't. So your father's not being honest about the settlement.
Well, I
you
may have
received?
gotten it, but I don't have it anymore.
Okay,
I
so
got braces, man. 'cause you
it
didn't
does
get 'em
not
for me.
cost. Excuse me, sir. What type of crazy do you think I am? It does not cost $100,000 for braces.
I got a couple other things too. I mean, there might be some left.
Okay, and you didn't bring that to court with you, did you? To show the proof of that?
That
Yes or
was
no?
in my name.
Did you bring any documents to court to show that you are not in possession of this money? You didn't, did
No.
you? No, you didn't. Actually, you did. Your dad turned in your settlement judgment. You actually got a settlement for $102,000
It's a while back.
a while back. So you don't.
With the new financial details on the table, Judge Vonderby recalculates Griffith Jr.'s child support obligation. Using his $120,000 settlement as the basis, she sets his monthly payment at $1,881.41, a figure that also includes reimbursement for the children's health insurance. The judge makes it clear, under Texas law, settlements and other assets count as income for child support purposes. Griffith Jr., who started the case seemingly indifferent, now faces a serious financial responsibility. Meanwhile, the grandfather breathes a sigh of relief, grateful that justice has been served. With heartfelt gratitude, he thanks the judge for holding his son accountable and ensuring the children receive the support they deserve.
I
Well,
guess
I mean, I do,
I guess
but-
blowing that money off made you lose your memory, huh? So what we're getting ready to do is make you pay child
That's
support to
fun.
your dad. I'm glad that you think it's a joke, because we're not about to joke, and I want to see that same smile on your face when I read these numbers out to you on how much you're going to pay on child support. Okay, so at $102,000, I have your gross at $8,500, which brings your net to a total of $6,525.63. Okay, health insurance. Who pays health insurance?
I do, Your Honor.
I don't
How much
have
is health insurance?
$250 a month.
$250. So we're going to make you reimburse that to your dad for health insurance, okay? So as I was saying, net $6,525.63. That would bring your child support before the reimbursement to $1,631.41. Did you need to write it down? $1,631.41 plus $250. would be $1,881.41, your monthly obligation. And I gave you credit for both kids.
I make $2,000 a month.
Okay, but you also have a settlement for $102,000. And I'm deeming that income because under Texas law, I have the right to do that.
Okay.
So your child support is not going to be set at $15,000. I mean, I'm sorry, at based on $15 an hour. Because I'm sure you spent the $15 an hour getting those braces, not that $102,000. It's not going to work.
I'm afraid, Your Honor, he has spent a lot of the rest of that too. I think that's the reason he's hawing about
Well,
what he is.
you know what, sir, and it's fine if he did, because he has to be able to give you $1,800 a month in child support. Otherwise, you'll have far more serious issues. Okay?
Right.
Anything further?
Well, I love my grandchildren, but I told him along the way, once he hooked up with the lady he married, that he had all the funds, so it's been his responsibility to help take care of them. This is the first time he's ever had to pay up.
Well, and I thank you for bringing him to court and making him responsible, sir.
Okay.
If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Sure. Take Visa. This is great, man.
See, as the case wraps up, the video transitions to an educational segment where Judge Vonda, B, breaks down a crucial legal point: how settlements and other assets factor into child support calculations under Texas law. She stresses the importance of honesty and transparency in court proceedings, reminding viewers that withholding financial details can have serious consequences. The video concludes with a call to action, encouraging viewers to subscribe for more courtroom insights and legal discussions. This case serves as a powerful reminder that parents are legally obligated to support their children even when unexpected financial windfalls, like lawsuit settlements, come into play.